If you like tuna, you're gonna love me. If you like tuna, you're gonna love me. La 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 la. Okay. Hello. So I'm chewing. I'm sorry. There's gonna be a bonus feature. No, I'm talking to the video. Mom. Say hi to everybody, Mom.
Hi, everybody.
So at the end, I'm going to show you how to make... They say hi back, Mom.
Oh,
Look at these. These are Parmesan crisps with a little bit of garlic. So easy to make and so darn good. I'm going to show you how to make them at the end. Anyway. Hello, welcome. My name is Peter Patrikios, and you are watching... This show actually has a name, believe it or not. Guess who's coming to dinner? Guest who's coming to dinner. Last time we made the roasted garlic chicken. That was a real big hit. We had a lot of people posting pictures about it. Came out real good. Don't ever make it with the duck. The duck was totally gross. So fatty. But today, I don't know if it's equally as requested, more requested. It's really up there. But my dad at Alpha's used to make amazing tuna. So the Alpha House tuna grinder, really this is just a recipe for how to make the tuna fish. You can put it on a sandwich, you can put it on the grinder. Today we're going to focus on the grinder, which for those of you who are not from Philadelphia or the surrounding area, a grinder is basically a heated hoagie. If you don't know what a hoagie is, you're probably somewhere where they call it a sub, not a hoagie. Home on the range. When you're from Philly, this how you talk. You say water. So yeah, let's get to it. Here's what you're gonna need. I'm gonna take this off the thing, all right? What did you ask? Oh, what am I wearing? This old thing. I got this at Ross. How do I do this? What am I covering up? Good gravy. Look at it. Oh yeah, I did my hair for the new video. Oh my goodness, I kind of matched this. Camouflage. If I don't move, you won't see me. I have this necklace on with the key. It's the key to my heart. It's been hanging here forever. So yeah. So I'm also wearing, I went a little fancy with the black apron. It's a little sheer, but that's kind of, you know, my fancy schmancy look. And then I'm wearing mismatched sneakers because traditionally at work I used to wear mismatched socks and it bled into the sneaker situation because sometimes I can't find the matching sneaker. Anyway, so here's what we need for the tuna grinder. Babble-a-da-puff. We need, let's do it this way. Let's do it. I'm gonna turn this off and flip it. All right, first off, that is a light touch. Look at that. Ooh. Oh yes, that's what it does. Oh my goodness. Ooh, the devil in you. We'll leave it there. So we have our rolls. The bread is very important. We've got our tuna. Whatever your favorite brand is, but I like to do it with the solid white in water. Don't do oil. That's gross. Fresh tomatoes, bell pepper. This is the bell pepper, tomato, and the lettuce, if you like. And this onion is for the grinder for after. We don't usually put lettuce on it because it wilts. I do after it's cooked because I like it. We also have an onion for one of the ingredients for the tuna fish salad itself. Look at this guy. He's like, I smell goodness everywhere. What are you doing, Duke? Huh? You trying to get your nose in stuff? I don't think so. You look guilty. You want to have a staring contest? I will. Okay, you win. And then salt and pepper. And I know I said use your hands. However, with the tuna, unless you want to smell like for the next 2 days, what we're going to embark upon is a smelly journey of tuna preparation that is so worth it because, as most of you know, the tuna grinders are amazing. Let's go say hi to Mom. Mama La.
Hi.
Look over there. That's going to be where they are, I think. Or is it over here? I don't know. But anyway, we say hi together.
Hi.
Guess what I'm making today?
I miss you.
She misses everybody. I'm making the tuna grinder.
Okay.
Yes. Are you going to have some?
Yes, I am.
All right. So let me pause the camera and set up, and then I'll walk you through it, okay? This is a real easy one. Just the one hard part is the prep of the tuna and the onions. But here we go. I forgot to explain why there's freestyle playing in the background. That's because, you know, this was the 80s. That's the era that I grew up in. And then I get to use my touch light. But, oh my God, it was all freestyle, right? And oh geez, I don't think I can wear glasses during this. Look, follow the bouncing ball. Loving you. I'm gonna take these off. All right. Here's the trick with the tuna. All right. We're going to shred the onion, and we're going to open a couple of cans of tuna. And the key is, this is the simplest thing: squeezing the juice out of the onion, squeezing the water out of the tuna. So we're going to set up for that, and I'll be right back. All right, so I figured I'd cut to the chase and not have to open a lot of cans, so I bought one of these. I am going to make a lot of tuna. We're going to have to invite people over, right? Mm-hmm. Listen. The other thing, it's gonna take a second. So, how about them Eagles? Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Come on, don't get stuck. Oh, you know what I was thinking? Maybe we should learn a little Greek while we're at it, you know what I mean? Oh, okay. Learn, oh gosh. We should learn a little Greek. And no curses. Everyone seems to like to learn curse words in every language. I meet someone, they go, oh, I know Greek. And then they say like, shit face, jerk off, asshole. I want to teach you all good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, all right? They all three start with Kali. Kalimera, Kalispera, Kalinikta. So that's going to be the easy part of it. Let's just focus on the first word, Kali, which is good. All right? So hold on to Kali. Kali. Think I like making mnemonics, like California, Kali. Kali. All right. Let's bring this in a little closer. That's gonna work out well. All right. Let's, I'm gonna lower the music. Takes me beyond the sky, silent morning. Remember that? And you're not by my side. All right. This is why I wear gloves. This part here. There's two ways you can do it. I don't mind doing the tuna, getting the juice out of it by hand. You gotta really squeeze it hard, all right? Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna pause the video just to do the tuna. All I'm doing...
Please charge the battery is low.
Okay. Interrupter. I'll be back, all right? I'm just gonna squeeze the tuna. I unpaused it for a second because I wanted to show you one quick trick we used to do at the shop, okay? I made this rag using a white t-shirt. You could use whatever you want, but what works best is some people like to use a cheesecloth. I don't like that. And then a regular towel, like terry cloth towel, is just got too much lint on it that comes off. So what you do is, whatever fabric you choose to use, put it in the middle of the fabric, gather it all up, right? And twist it. It's so much easier than doing it by hand without the assistance of some kind of system. Maybe you have a press of some sort at home and can do it that way. But let me tell you, that's going to save your hands, because after all the squeezing, you get really sore. Trust me. All right. Okay, I'm back. Oh, and I forgot, I don't remember if I mentioned, with the Greek, Kali. I like to make mnemonics. So, Kali is like, think of, well, Philly's the best, but California is supposed to be good and sunny. Kali, good. Good morning. Kali, mera, morning, mera. All right, so Kalimera is good morning or good day. Kali, spera, good afternoon. How do you remember spera? Well, let's think. Afternoon, spera. Think about, can you spare some change so I can get some lunch? Kalispera. And then nichta almost sounds the way it looks, the way it's written. N-I-G-H-T. Greeks pronounce that's the G sound. Nichta. That's a hard one for Americans to do. He. It's like a hard he, she. He said something. Yeah. Nichta. Kalinichta. All right. Kali. Just remember Kalimera. We'll just keep it there, all right? Repeat after me. Kali. I can't hear you. I'm just kidding. I'm not doing that. All right. Oh, right. The tuna. This is the cooking show. So once we do that part where we dried out the tuna, all right? Looks like that. Here's what we're doing. I usually like to have a second container to transfer it to. So that's what I'm going to do. And you're going to hold your hand over the first container, and you're going to be rubbing it between your hands, sort of shredding any chunks that are in there. You don't want stuff like that to get through. In the end, it's going to look almost like pulled pork. It's very light, very fluffy, no chunks. That's the next stage. It's a little tedious, but that's what you're going to do. Rub it between your hands, and once you get a pile here that's close to finished, that's when you put your hands over here and transfer it. Keep that up till the whole thing is done, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, as I'm finishing up the tuna, I have a very special guest for you. You might remember her from her salon commentaries. Ladies and gentlemen, Lorraine is going to handle the onions. Okay. All right, so I'm Lorraine. For those of you who don't know, I'm a little confused, sorry, a little disoriented. I was told I was going to be on a show, that I was invited to a show called Guest Who's Coming to Dinner, and that I was the guest. But I didn't know that that involved me actually preparing the food. Pete, I think maybe you're a little confused about what it means to be a guest, okay? So apparently they want me to prepare the onion, which I feel a little overdressed for. But that's alright. Thanks, Pete. Anyway, so you know, life hands you lemons. Make tuna fish. So apparently you shred the onion real good, okay? We're gonna go through this whole thing. And then just like the tuna fish, you're gonna squeeze out all the juices. But I'm gonna leave that up to Pete. All I'm gonna do is shred this onion, but oof. It's getting me emotional, you see, because I'm not allergic to onions. But my late husband Stan was killed by a Vidalia onion. It was a barbecue a few summers ago, and the onion was making him cry. So he reached for the eye wash, and he picked up the can of lighter fluid instead and squirted it in his face. Well, poof. You know, I mean, there he was. Very dramatic, I have to say. He said, "Lorraine, my eyes." And I see him reaching, you know. Next thing you know, it's just a big fireball. Everybody was screaming, "Lorraine, Lorraine." I'm sorry, but I can't do this anymore. It was nice to be on the show. Shred the onions and squeeze out the juice. Well, I can assure you I was not aware of the barbecue incident and Lorraine's husband going up in flames like a Roman candle. So, still, she finished the onion, which is great. Anyways, so we're going to do the same thing we did with the tuna. I grabbed all the onion that was shredded and put it into my cloth. Look at all of that. Now, there's a reason for each of these. Did we do the tuna because all of the hey. Huh. Because all of the water in the tuna fish, you ever see it like settle and you get these puddles of water inside the tuna salad? Ugh, it's so gross looking. So we do that, and then this, squeezing out the juice from the onions, when the onion sits overnight, if you have a lot of the juice from it, it gets this like, I don't know, this strong odor to it, and this also keeps you from having a lot of excess water in the tuna salad. And it helps the mayonnaise stay nice and thick and creamy. So it all works together to make the tuna fish really flavorful, not watered down, and really nice and not overpowered by the onion. So for you really need 2 cans of tuna fish to do this, and you'll use so this is a good way to do it, to measure it. Use about what would fill a can of the tuna. So I use 2 cans. I'm going to use 1 can of the onion before you squeeze it, okay? Because when you squeeze it, it's going to go down to about a quarter of what it was. So, 2 to 3 cans of the albacore tuna. 1 can, the equivalent of about 1 can of onion. So, in fact, maybe you can do it before you chop it. Imagine this was the onion. You can see it's about the size of the can. You shred that down, however you want to do that. It's probably easier to start with the onion as a whole and shred half of it down because when you get to the end, it's very hard to shred. So that's all done, right? And you have this. I don't remember if I did it. If I did I do it? Oh, yeah. Because I spoke about my mom and her not being able to do a lot of salt. So anyway, then you fluff and fluff and fluff and fluff the tuna and onion mixture. That is all. No celery, no egg, none of that stuff. All right? At least we didn't do it at the shop. You can make this however you want, change it however you want, but I urge you to try it first the way it was from Alpha's, and then take it from there. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to continue mixing because you want this really mixed well, and then we're going to do the mayo. I'll explain how to do that. Okie dokie. So the tuna's ready. It's all done. We're at the final step, which is adding the mayonnaise. Almonds, it's the best. That's what we used to use at the shop. Yeah, was it almonds? I don't know. Anyway, so I'm trying to figure out the ratio that I was trying to tell you with the 2 cans of the tuna and putting the onions. So I think the way you should do it, just to start, and then you could adjust your recipe, is for however much tuna you use, that volume, a quarter of it then is what you'll add with onion. You know what I mean? So if I use a cup of tuna, I'm going to add a quarter cup of the onion, right? And squeeze it. And that is going to be, let's go with post squeezed, dried out. So a quarter cup of 1/4 of the volume of tuna, dried, and 1/4 of the volume as well for the mayonnaise. The mayonnaise, we used to like it at the shop to have a little firmness to it because that helped with the grinder so it wouldn't squish out. You put too much mayonnaise, it's just going to squeeze out when you bite into the sandwich. And it really goes from firm to loose very quickly when you're getting there. That's why sometimes recipes go by feel. And I actually am not going to wear gloves for this part, but just you have to get a feel for it, and you'll get better over time at knowing when it's really plenty of mayonnaise. So we're going to do it. And I have a whole lot of tuna here, so I'm probably going to end up using this whole jar. I don't know if you want to watch me mixing it up here. Did I show you the spoon? I don't know if you'll be able to see it. I think it's a Kool-Aid spoon. All right, let's just go hand. Then I can feel it. Squish it between your fingers. Mixing. All right. Now, I can already tell it needs a little more mayo, but not that much. It's already starting to firm up. Okay. Yeah, this does not need too much more. Really, it's like kneading dough, and like squeeze it between your fingers so that mayo is evenly distributed throughout. This also helps evenly distribute the, what do you call it? The salt and pepper, that whole thing. You know what? I'm going to stop because it's getting messy. I'm back. So I'm done, and I just want to show you what I'm saying with the firmness. The entire thing should be able to be held like this. It's a bowling ball. Okay, it should have that kind of firmness to it so you can make the grinder. Now, I'm preheating the oven at 410. Again, that can vary with ovens. I'm going to put together the grinder. Let's see. So, bread. You've got to pick really nice bread. You know, one of my favorite rolls is the sarcone roll. I think it's in South Philly they sell them. Oh, the ones with the sesame seeds on them are so darn good. You know what I think is important also when you're making the grinder is the distribution of the tuna where it goes on the bread. So we used to put the tuna fish on the one half, and then on the other half you would put the cheese alone. So the tuna goes on the one side. I'm adding the tomatoes. I would normally put the onions and peppers, but Mom has a little issue with chewing. So this would be too hard for her. So what we're gonna do is I'll just shred that with the grater, and that way it'll be easier for her to eat. She's so excited about having this grinder. I also put lettuce on mine, so it's pretty much ready after I put the cheese on it. So I'm going to do all that off camera, then get it on the tray to slide it in the oven, and then I'll all right. So there it is, and we're going to place it in the oven. Here I shredded the onions and peppers. So it's going to go in the oven at 410. I don't know. I never made a grinder here, so I don't know how long, but let's just put it for 7 minutes and check on it. And toast it as, like, some people liked it well done. Some people liked it lightly cooked. That's up to you. Do it that way. We're going to take it out in a minute. And I'm also going to, I don't know if I mentioned it, but I'm going to show you how to make the Parmesan cheese crisps. All right. Okay, bonus round. Save the tuna! Hi folks, with my busy schedule, sometimes I don't have the time to stop and have a proper meal. When that happens, I reach for Kefir's. Probiotics, lots of vitamins, and it tastes great. I have a bit of a sweet tooth. Wow, that's tart. Kefir's is not sponsoring me, actually. See if that made it. Did I just slurp? That's terrible. Yummy. All right. Before the alarm went off, I was about to show you this. The Parmesan crisps work with the cheese. It makes a huge difference. Certain cheeses are too dry and they won't melt together, and then other ones are too moist and they just never get crispy. This is the one I use, always. And this comes in different styles. It is the one that looks like little spaghettis. It's like, know what I mean? Remember the bubble gum? The one, it was like Big League Chew. Oh my God, it was so good. Anyway, pay attention. So, all of it, non-stick pan, and just spread it around as thin as you can get it, and try not to have too many holes. It will melt together, but it's best if it's a thin, oh gosh, stop. I feel like I'm at the shop and I'm like forgetting stuff in the oven and I'm gonna burn it. I remember when my dad would burn something, or we would burn something like a pizza. It'd be super well done and super dark. Anyone who works there knows what would happen. And so the customer would come in and he wouldn't want to give it to them without them seeing it first. But it was like this hypnotic suggestion. He would take the pizza and be like, Mrs. Weber, the pizza is a little bit well done. I like it like this. I'm going to show you. It's delicious, okay? And he would open the box and you'd see them like look down at it like, I don't want that. But he was so charming and convincing. He'd be like, you try it. If you don't like it, you come back. I give you one for free. Nobody was doing that. They didn't want to disappoint my dad. And so occasionally they would make him make a new one. And of course, then we had dinner or lunch. But it was so funny watching that whole thing go down. All right. So, voila. And I am going to show you an after picture. Again, the temperature, I'll probably leave it at 410. Just keep an eye on it, like 5 minutes. Wait till it's brown, like a golden brown. Take it out, let it sit, and then cut it like a pizza. And put garlic powder, not garlic salt. The cheese is salty enough. Garlic powder. And that's ready to go. That's it. Pour it in the pan, spread it out, bake it, and then you got the Parmesan crisps. You know what? I was going to show you the ones that I made, but I ate them all. There's just crumbs. I'll show you after. Alrighty. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. And then, oh gosh, that is hot. Then you flip it to make the lid. If you want, you could pop it back in. I'm not going to. But there it is, everybody. Tuna grinder. Of course, you can eat it cold and make tuna hoagies, whatever you want. But that, folks, is the recipe for Alpha's tuna grinder. Mmm. So, there you have it, the recipe for Alpha Pizza House's tuna grinder. Enjoy. Post pictures when you make it. Let me know how it comes out. Again, I know I'm a little bit of a spaz, so I may have forgotten what to tell you, what I was doing. It was like a pinch of pepper, a pinch of salt, not a lot. I made that huge can, clearly, so there was a scaling issue there. You know, how much do you want to use? But when you're making it with these little cans, 2 cans, just a pinch of salt, a pinch of pepper. White pepper is what I used. You know, your choice of cheese, provolone, mozzarella, American, whatever you want. And I'm having a good time, guys. So keep the comments coming, keep the love coming, and I will see you with the next recipe. Don't forget to join the channel. Oh my God, so I was so busy eating the tuna grinder that I forgot about the Parmesan crisps, but it came out perfect. See that? Golden brown. Let it cool. You can use if you have one of those pizza roller type of knives, you can use that. If not, just use, you know, I don't know, a spatula or something. It's really brittle, so it'll break very easily. And just, you know, enjoy. Super good, super easy. All right. Thanks again. Love you guys.